Good evening and welcome to our Parent Connection webinar on understanding financial aid, student accounts, and billing. My name is Cynthia Batchelor and I will be moderating for the evening. And we also have Frank Jackson from Financial Aid and Ryan Regensdorfer from Student Accounts. As I mentioned, my name is Cynthia Batchelor. I am the Assistant Director of Alumni and Parent Relations. My role is really to serve as a one-stop shop for when you as a parent have questions. And I will make sure that you are referred to the appropriate person or department on campus in order to resolve your concerns. In addition, I also oversee the Parent Connection webinar series and the Parent Connection e-newsletter, as well as our parent guide each year. And all of these are designed to be an excellent resource for you. Next, I'd like to have Frank introduce himself.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. My name is Frank Jackson. I'm a financial aid advisor here in the Office of Student Financial Aid at St. Leo University. I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I've been employed with the institution for 5 years, since 2008. I have worked in the field of financial aid, in particular administering financial aid programs, student loans, grants, and scholarships for approximately 13 years. I'm married, have no kids at the moment, and I enjoy any type of sporting activities and traveling. I have had the privilege to serve on educational committees with the Department of Education and a few U.S. initiatives through the White House. So hopefully I'll be able to present some information to clear up any questions and at ease any of the parents out there today. Once again, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Frank, and thank you for being here this evening. Next, I'd like to present Ryan Regensdorfer, our Assistant Director of Student Accountant Advising, and have him tell you a little bit about himself.
Well, first off, thank you everyone for joining us on our webinar. I have the privilege of serving St. Leo as the Assistant Director of Student Account Advisors. I oversee the account advisors, ensuring that our St. Leo students understand and have a plan to pay for their tuition and other balances. I'm kind of an out-of-the-box thinker, and I have a strong servant leader background. I've been in management for over 5 years, and I'm currently expanding my knowledge. I'm working on my master's with St. Leo, so that's always exciting. And in addition, I actually got my accounting and business management with St. Leo. So I'm excited to present with you guys here today, and I look forward to it.
Thank you so much, Ryan, and we're glad to have you as an alumnus as well. Tonight's objectives, I just want to go over those very briefly. First of all, we hope that you come away with an understanding of some of the common acronyms that are used in financial aid and student accounts, and the purpose and the meaning of each. So some of those include the FAFSA, which stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Another one would be a Master Promissory Note, or MPN. Additionally, we want you to understand how to gain access to having your questions answered. This is called the FERPA release form, and where to go for any questions that you may have. Last, we hope that you leave with a basic understanding of the financial aid process and what to do if you're selected for verification.
Thank you, Cynthia. And once again, thank you, parents and students, for joining us for St. Leo University Parents Connections webinar. My name is Frank Jackson, and I will be explaining the student financial aid process, in particular, how to apply, verification, grants, and student loans, etc. I know for most families, parents, this can be a very scary and nerve-wracking event. Hopefully by the end of this presentation, you will have most, if not all, your questions answered. The FAFSA. Basically, this is the first step. The FAFSA, I like to say, is a one-stop application used to apply for all federal aid. Students must complete a FAFSA, which basically stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, every year to be considered for need-based aid. Need-based aid is what the federal government considers like your Pell Grant, your SEOG grant, subsidized student loans, and federal work study. In order to complete a FAFSA, you must file it at www.fafsa.ed.gov, basically at fafsa.ed.gov. You will need a PIN number. The student and one of the parents would have to apply for a PIN number. The website to do so is www.pin.ed.gov. And once you are in and you're logging in, once you get to what we call the financial data, there is a fabulous tool that we recommend you use. It's called the IRS Data Retrieval Tool. What this does is it allows you to import your tax information from the IRS to your FAFSA. So it takes away the guessing of did I put it in the right column or the right blank or the field. So we strongly advise parents, if you have filed taxes, that you use the data retrieval tool when completing the FAFSA. Once it's been submitted, we advise that you go out there and you check the student aid report, which is known as a SAR for short, and to see if all the information entered is accurate and if there's any messages that you need to respond to from the Department of Education. Next slide, please. Early FAFSA Follows Grant. What exactly is this here? Currently, right now, all students that attend St. Leo are attending St. Leo, if they fill out their FAFSA, basically if you complete the FAFSA application by March 1st, the university gives a $500 grant. So basically, if your son and daughter is anticipating coming here to St. Leo University, just by filling out the FAFSA, we give an incentive to try to get our students, our families to go ahead and fill out that FAFSA as early as possible. And currently, by March 1st, if it's submitted, we give each student $500. If you fail to file your FAFSA this year by March 1st, please do so next year and every year thereafter. Verification. This is a common term that you would hear throughout your son and daughter's matriculation through college. Verification confirms through documentation review that the information provided on the FAFSA is accurate and correct. So basically, the federal government selects a certain percentage of every student at every applicant at every school, and they call it, it's basically like a soft audit or soft review of the FAFSA. It's not that you did anything right or wrong. It's just the federal government way of doing their checks and balances. If your son or daughter is selected, a notification is sent to their student email address, their St. Leo email address. And it normally requests certain documents, for example, a verification worksheet or a copy of the parent's tax return transcript or W-2s. If selected, it's very important that the documents are submitted to us as soon as possible. Award notifications. Here at St. Leo, we try to get out award notification as soon as we could possibly get the award packages put together. For new students, you will receive an awards letter in the mail. For our returning students, you will receive an email awards notification basically prompting you to go to your Eline account to log in to see your awards for the anticipated school year. FERPA. FERPA is basically the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, commonly referred to as FERPA. It affords students certain rights with respect to their educational records, meaning that once your son and daughter has been accepted and start here at St. Leo, in order for us to disclose any information as far as their financial records or what they've been awarded, or if their account balance is paid, or if they have account balance, anything like that, the student has to give permission to us to speak to whatever representative. So the student would need to request access for anyone with whom they want the university to correspond. That's if they want email, or if the parents want to call in, or if they even come on campus.
The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
We'll have to receive information or basically a form completed with that individual name from the student. FERPA forms is available on the forms web page under the financial aid section. Florida State Aid. When you fill out a FAFSA or you complete the Florida Resident Proof of Residency form, we use this to determine if the student is a Florida resident. You could visit the Florida State website at www.floridastudentfinancialaid.org, and it gives you more detailed information as far as how they determine a Florida resident. And if so, by your son or daughter coming to a private school, which Florida is, they will qualify for what they call the Florida Resident Access Grant. Currently, this year, that grant is $3,000 for the academic year, or $1,500 per semester. In addition, your son or daughter may be eligible for the Florida Student Assist Grant. Currently, that grant pays out at $1,808 for the year, which is $904 per semester. Also, at St. Leo, we accept all of the Florida Bright Futures Awards, and currently, if you go to the website, you can get more information as far as the criteria, the eligibility, the GPA requirements, and what we deem the renewal requirements. So the good website to view and to get as much information on these particular awards is www.floridastudentfinancialaid.org. Federal direct loans, or what we deem the federal direct loan process. Once again, when you're completing the FAFSA application, you're applying for all federal funding, any grants and any loans and federal work study. Once we put the award package together, a notification is sent out to the students prompting them to log into their Eline account to accept or reject the loans. If the student is accepting federal loans, the student must complete entrance counseling, and they must complete a master promissory note, commonly referred to as the MPN. All of these items must be completed at the Federal Student Loans website, which is www.studentloans.gov. Once again, that's www.studentloans.gov. You will log in with your PIN number. It's the exact same PIN number that you use or your son and daughter use to sign their FAFSA application.
Thanks, Frank, for all that great information. Parents, now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your son or daughter's Eline account. When your son logs into his Eline account at my.stleo.edu, the screen below is what you'll see. If he goes ahead and clicks on the next screen, he wants to hit the View Account and Make Payments button. And when he clicks that, the next screen that he'll see is this. So if he wants to make a payment on his account, he'll go ahead and fill out the information under make a payment. However, if he wants to understand what the balance is for, he's going to click the account activity, which you can see highlighted by the arrow. When he clicks that slide, he'll get this screen, and you'll be able to see a breakdown of all your charges and the financial aid by the term that's selected. If he wants to see a different term, just click the top term button, and he'll be able to select a different term. In addition, if he clicks the charges, he'll be able to see this on the next slide, which shows a breakdown of the charges. It'll tell you what the class is for and give you a brief description. This would do the same if you click the financial aid slide. It would give you a breakdown of your financial aid. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the billing. Bills are mailed around the 15th of every month, and it's kind of like a snapshot of what the bill is. However, we definitely recommend that whenever you have any questions, to first log into your Eline account, as it will give an accurate description of everything. As always, all of our bills are due the first day of class. Here's an example of a typical bill that you would receive in the mail. Again, it shows a breakdown of your charges and your credits. In addition, if you have any financial aid that is pending, we'll break that down and give you an estimate as well. So the question really becomes, after you have financial aid, if you still have a balance, what do you do? St. Leo has some great tools for you. The first thing we recommend is the Federal Parent Plus loan. This is great in a bunch of different ways. For example, if a parent is denied a Federal Plus loan, the student is going to automatically receive additional unsubsidized loans. If that's not the route you want to take, that's okay. There are plenty of private loans that are available for you. At St. Leo, we recommend that you use our Fast Choice web tool, which you can find on our financial aid website, and it'll kind of show you all the different private loans that are available for you. We also have payment plans at the university. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where you would be able to find that on Eline. Again, when you log into Eline under the financial information section, there's a payment plan tab. If you click that tab, a web page will break out and you'll be able to select which payment plan you would like to enroll in. Some important things to remember. Your financial aid can be adjusted after it is dispersed onto your account. That typically happens when a student withdraws from class. Before you withdraw from any class, you definitely want to call financial aid and make sure your aid won't be adjusted. In addition, you also want to make sure you take out the right amount of aid. Sometimes taking too much aid will get you a financial aid refund, but a student should remember that eventually they're going to have to pay that loan back, and there's interest attached to that loan. So sometimes taking that huge financial aid refund isn't the best choice. Also, if you don't make your payment on time, it can lead to late fees, registration holds, and future class cancelizations. Frank's going to talk to you a little bit more about the SAP policy at St. Leo, which stands for Satisfactory Academic Progress.
Thank you, Ryan. Yes, satisfactory academic progress. Basically what this is that it is a mechanism where the federal government goes in and monitors after every semester academic standards. At St. Leo, you have two standards you have to meet. You have to meet the academic standard. That is what you have to do to be in compliance academically or with your major or your degree that you're seeking. The Satisfactory Academic Progress Review, or what we refer to as SAP, all students receiving Title IV aid, state aid, or St. Leo institutional aid must adhere to the university published policy on SAP. Basically, the federal government monitors your completion ratio, your attempted ratio, and your cumulative GPA. Currently, all students must pass 67% of all attempted hours, and they have to have a cumulative GPA, normally it's a 2.0, in order to meet the renewal to receive aid the following year, the following semester. Once again, this academic progress is reviewed every semester at the end of each semester. You can see our website for the requirements pertaining to the GPA, the attempted hours completed, and the pace of completion. Access Ready. This here is a wonderful tool which is basically free, and it allows parents and or students to go out and do a comparison on the different type of student loans. There's also very friendly information out there about budgeting, about how to manage checking and savings accounts, and more. And once again, this tool is free for students and parents, and you can access it at stleo.accessready.net. Now, who to contact if you have any additional questions, or our parents and our students throughout the course of the semester. The Financial Aid Office, you can reach them by phone at 1-800-240-7658, and you can use option 6, or if you prefer, by email at finaid@stleo.edu. The Student Accounts Advising or the Student Accounts Department, they could be reached by phone at 1-800-240-7658 using option 5, or once again, if you would like to communicate by email, at studentaccounts@stleo.edu. Be sure to visit St. Leo University website for more information. We have a lot of literature out there explaining different financial aid and different tools out there to help you navigate throughout your matriculation.
Well, thank you so much, Frank and Ryan as well, for all of that valuable information you've provided for our parents. I would like to also comment that you can also reach out to Frank or Ryan directly if you have additional questions. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and close our webinar. Thank you so much for being a part of this evening, and look for future webinars to come.